Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with Modesty. Today is Friday. It's Colourpop Friday. So I will be working with Off Melrose Place. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, please stay tuned. Okay, welcome back, my beautiful wildflowers and guests. And if this is your first time here, welcome. And please consider subscribing. And before you leave, if you enjoy the video, please give me a like. And as you know, today is Friday, so it's Colourpop Friday. And I've actually recently thought about changing that up. And since the collab that I did with Angie, which is 4F Beauty, I was thinking about bringing something like that in on Friday, giving you guys like maybe 4 or 5 different pictures to choose from, and you guys vote, and whichever one you like, I will go ahead and use whatever palette I have to create that look. And that would be like a Friday challenge. And so if you think you would like that, please comment below and let me know. But since I do have one more new palette that I want to share with you, I thought I'll go ahead and do this on today. So with today, what we're going to be working with is the Colourpop's Off Melrose. And this is a collection. This is actually for a spring 2021 collection, and it launched in January. It first launched at Ulta, and then it came online. I actually saw it at Ulta when I was there in January and thought, that's strange. I haven't seen that on a Colourpop site. Then I realized that it wasn't launching on the site until little later on. So anyway, this is a very interesting palette, and I really like this palette. And this is a little bit different. It is in the cool tone neutrals family, and the color story is really beautiful. Take a look at this. I'm just sorry that the camera never captures the true hues of these shades. The color story is just wonderful. And then another thing too, this is a 12 pan, and the good thing is there is only one shade that is not safe for the eyes. And you know how Colourpop, and I've told you that in my other videos, if you've been watching me, is that they do mark it with the asterisk on the corner. And so this one here has got the asterisk. I'll wait until it kind of focuses. And this is actually a pressed glitter, and this is a reason why, and that's this one here. So this is the only one that is not safe for the eyes, okay? And I think nowadays people take not safe for the eyes not as seriously, and I realized when I looked at another palette, there really is a serious warning on it, more so than I've seen in any other palettes, and they really point out, do not use these near the eyes. And oh, I remember which one it was. It was the Wired palette from Urban Decay. And if you flip their box, it actually separates out. They separate out the pigments from safe for the eyes and not safe for the eyes. And so, yeah, so, you guys might want to really Google that, or maybe I'll go ahead and do a little bit of education point on one of the videos. So, yeah, when I get that together, I'll go ahead and share that with you. Okay, without further ado, though, we're talking about Off Melrose Place, and today I want to go ahead and do a look for you using this. And at the end of the day, what I do with you is I grade it and tell you what I think about the palette. So let's get started. Okay, first I'll use I guess this would be considered a large fluffy brush, and I will go into the shade here. It is called On the List. And so I'll go in here, and also there's no mirror on this palette, so I have to use a different mirror. And that's another thing too. Like I said in the past, I really don't mind there not being a mirror, because if that's what keeps the prices down, then it's okay. So yeah, and plus it's easier to, I guess, recycle, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and go right into the crease with On the List. And there was a little bit of kick up on it. I am using quite a soft Luxie brush here, so this one tends to be a little bit softer. And so if I were to go in with my goat hair brush, I think it would have kicked up a little bit more. And I don't dust off my brush, so I try to go in here like really soft to begin with. But actually, this is not as pigmented as what I'm used to with Colourpop, but then again, it may be the shade. That's okay, because the good thing is that it's buildable. I can tell that. And also, I think I forgot to tell you what I prepped my eyebrows with. My eyebrows is with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Brow Wiz, and Ash Brown. And my eyelids, I used the Mario. And I will show you this one here. And with this. And I did go ahead and set it with this powder here, okay? So I did do that. And that's what I've been doing lately anyway. So I think, you know, it is what it is. But for those of you, this may be your first time watching, you may not know that. So I just want to make sure I cover that each time. And also another thing too, as you notice, I do have hooded eyelids, which means that it kind of sinks in when I'm looking forward. You see, I'm missing this. It's a huge overlap there. And so what I try to do is go above the actual crease line, so that way I can create like a false look. Otherwise, everything I put on my eyelids would actually get buried. Next, I will go ahead with this smaller fluffy brush, and I will go into this very dark color, which is called Down to Earth. Earth spelled U-R-T-H, okay? So that's this color here. Okay, and so I'll go ahead and put this on my outer V. Okay, this is actually very pigmented, so this is good. And I want to make sure that, you know, my eyes doesn't tear, because if my eyes tear right now, and this is the side that actually does tear, it will get so muddy. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down and just kind of work it. Okay, and I'm going to do both sides before I actually blend it, because what I like to do, I know some people like to blend it all out one eye at a time, but what happens is that I need to see that it's on there evenly before I blend it out. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to get it even. So I do this. I know this is not blended out, but I want to get the same shade here as I do here, and then blend it from there. I don't know if any of that makes sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. Okay, before I blend it out, what I did was I kind of, you know, cleaned off my brush, because like I don't dust it off. So there'd be a lot of color on there, and I don't want to muddy up my crease. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this, and whatever is there is there. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this out a little bit. But I don't want to go above, so I'm kind of like holding my brush below, as you notice, like this, not like this, because if I do this, it'll go on top, and I don't want to lose that nice transition color I laid down earlier. But I do want to go ahead and bring this dark color into the crease a little bit. Okay, and this is actually very easy to blend, and I was afraid that my I would get a muddy look to the side, but it didn't, because this is the reason why I don't like using this type of color on the outer V, because my eyes, it's not the color, but it's because my eyes do tear at times, and if it gets even a little bit of moisture, it just totally muddies. And so, but that didn't happen, so I'm thankful for that. Okay, and next I think what I will do is I will go ahead and try to use a brush, and let's see, it's called Fairfax is the color. Right there, okay, and I'm going to try to use this on the eyelids, and this actually looks like a multi-chrome. I'm seeing a shift of like gray, brown, purple, and gold, so let's see how that comes out. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and use a flat brush, okay, flat but fluffy. Okay, and these are actually great, these Luxie brushes. I think they're Luxie, right? Yeah, these Luxie brushes are great for these type of eyeshadow, because it's soft. It's very soft. So let's take a look and see how this will behave. And I am picking it up on the brush, which is a good thing. And again, there's no kick up on this. I mean, you know how I usually say there's minimal kick up? I'm not seeing any, so yeah. But then again, I am using the softest set of brushes that I have. So it's nice. I just want to show you to show you there is no kick up. And I kind of dug in here pretty deep, and I think this one a little bit is showing a little teeny tiny bit. Not even, I wouldn't even count that as a kick up, because I'm in there just grinding it to loosen up the shadow, so that way I can get it on my eyelid. So let's see how this works out. Okay, here we go. Oh, beautiful. Yep. And these types of shades usually need a finger application to be this, you know, this nice, like a better word. And, you know, that's the thing about Colourpop. I mean, it really is good quality. And I'm really, really sad about the fact that they just, you know, really pump out these palettes. And a lot of times they're the same shades over and over again with a different, you know, packaging. But I don't know. We'll see. And then I did get the Disney, not the collection, but just the eyeshadows. And actually those, I think, if it had any unsafe pigment or pressed glitter, I think there's maybe one in the whole collection, I want to say, of the eyeshadows. So as soon as that shows up, I'll go ahead and share that with you. Okay. And I'm thinking that the reason why that's happening is because people are complaining about the unsafe eyeshadow, right? And so I'm thinking maybe that's why they backed off on that. So yeah, hopefully that's the case, because really, I mean, some of these collections are really pretty. Like this one is a unique one. I don't remember this type of cool tone shades all together like this in one palette, especially with this multi-chrome. So I really like this palette so far. So let's see. Okay, next, what I want to do is do my inner eyes with this color here. And this color is called Trading Post. Trading Post. Okay. And this is really a pretty color as well. So let's see how that works out. And that one actually has like a pearly shift to it. So, and I'm going to do that with a small brush. Okay. Definitely pigmented. And at the end here, after I got it all together, I will give you my feedback as to what I thought about it. So, okay, I think that will do. Okay, I think what I'll do now is put on my eyeliner, mascara, and the rest of my makeup. And then I'll be right back. Hold on. Here it is. Here's the final look. What do you think? Okay, guys, now that we're back, what I want to do is tell you what I used to finish the look, okay? And so the first thing is foundation. And I used the Clinique Even Better. And this is not the new serum one, but this is actually the one that's been, you know, around for a long time. And I really love this. And the thing about Clinique is I can perfectly match my skin tone, and that's very rare for me to be able to do. And so I really like the Clinique product. And what did I use? I wanted to give you feedback on this. You remember this little star brush that I bought and I was so excited about? You know what? I'm still excited about it. I mean, it went on so nicely because foundations like this, and also my Pat McGrath and several other ones, they're pretty liquidy. And so if you use a sponge, what happens is the sponge takes in a lot of it. So I waste the product. And so I thought, well, you know, I used to use my fingers, but then I saw, you know, the heart-shaped one like this actually being used by Patty Alonso, but they're completely out of the heart-shaped one. I was sad about that. But this one was available, and it's the same texture and same makeup. So just the shape is different. And this was actually excellent. Guys, if you guys are going to invest in a brush, and this is on sale right now, I think still, and it's under $25. So I will go ahead and invest in something like this because this was really a good brush. Okay, just wanted to give you that feedback. Okay, and as far as my cheeks, what I did was I did use Charlotte Tilbury's bronzer to add color to my face, because at this time of year my face is still a little bit pale, and so I did use this, and I did follow it up with Charlotte Tilbury's blush, which I really love. And then as far as my highlighter, I used the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the one I got from my collection, from the Divine Rose collection. I so love this. I mean, look at the shade of this. And the thing is, when it goes on, it doesn't show off the, you know, any kind of imperfections or any kind of texture. That's the word. Any kind of texture. So I really, really do love it. And as far as the lips, well, I finished it off with Love Supreme, and this is actually a balm, and this was one of the ones that were on sale, and I didn't have a balm, so I did get it, and it is so nice. I mean, it's like, oh, so creamy, and it feels healing, you know? So, I mean, if you have a chance to pick it up, I mean, even whatever shade you find, I mean, this is great. This is the Pat McGrath one, and so I did actually just want to give comfort to my lips today. And as far as my eyes underneath, I did go in with the Victoria Beckham. I pencil, okay, and this is in burgundy. And what I like to do with these is that, you know, this is the closest color that I come to as far as the shade that I'm using. So I did line it, and then I used the other side. I buffed it out, and that actually gives enough like tackiness where I can put on the eyeshadow underneath. And what I did was I used the old brush that, you know, didn't add anything to it, just went underneath it, and this allows it to actually cause like a tackiness where it holds, the shadow doesn't go away. So that's why I like it, and that's what I did. Okay, now the big question. What did I think about the Off Melrose Place by Colourpop? Well, first of all, let's go ahead and go over the grading scale, right? So this is the same thing that I've been using. Ta-da! Okay, I keep it on my phone so that way, you know, I'm able to refer to it, because I should know it by heart by now, but, you know, I only do these once a week usually, so yeah, I forget. So the first thing is color story and cohesiveness, and there are 5 criteria. Color story cohesiveness, product quality, which speaks to texture, kick up and fallout, as well as blendability, and product usability. Is it usable at any time, or is it something for a special occasion like Halloween? And then the other one is it eye safe? In other words, on a 9-pan palette, we'll say that fast 10 times, 9-pan palette, I allow for 1 and it's okay. But once it starts kicking into 2 or 3, then I don't give it a full Wildflowers. And then the price point, is it affordable? So instead of check marks, as you guys know, or thumbs up, I use Wildflowers. Okay, thank you, Casey. So yeah, let's get started. Number 1, color story cohesiveness. I mean, take a look at this color story, guys. It is beautiful. And I mean, the shades are just perfectly matched. And not only that, also the texture is perfect, because you have, let's see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers, a duochrome, 1, 2, 3, 4, what is that? Mattes, and 1 glitter. And you know, I don't like glitter in my palette, but I can live with this one. I really can live with this one. And I think it's very cohesive, and all of these work together. And the cool thing about it is that you can actually make multiple looks with this palette. And so I definitely am going to give it a full Wildflower for color story cohesiveness. And next, the product quality and the textures of it. I mean, it blended so easily, guys. As you know, Colourpop do those things correctly, and blendability, I've never really had a problem with it, and I haven't really had a problem with fallout. But kick up, I usually have a lot of kick up on my pans, which I was very surprised this one did not. I don't know if it's a little bit different in texture, because it is just as creamy as the other palettes, or is it my brushes? It could definitely be my brushes, because I used the softest bristles today, and those, because I was using darker colors, and I was also using duochrome. So I did use very soft bristles, so that may contribute to it. Of course it contributes to it, but how much, I don't know. But I got no kick up, and like I said, no fallout, and it was definitely blendable, so it gets a full Wildflower. So far, 2 for 2. Pretty good. Okay, the next one is product usability. Can we use this on a day-to-day basis, or is this something that it's very restricted to maybe special occasions or holidays or Halloween or anything like that? I'm going to say this gets a full Wildflower as well, because this is, like I said, you can wear this at work. What I'm wearing today, I can wear at work. Or if I want to do something a little more dramatic, I can add the glitter, or I can add some of the very beautiful gold and, you know, deeper colors here, and the silvers, and just make it a little bit fancier if I want to. And so gets a full Wildflower again. So what are we, 3 out of 3? Yeah, 3 out of 3 on this one. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, I looked at the color story when I first saw it, and I said, you know what, this is really pretty, but I don't know how well it's going to work. But it surprised me, because it worked really well. And then so next is eye unsafe pigment and glitter. That's another thing too, right? I mean, this is a 12-pan palette, and it came with 1 eye unsafe, not pigment, because all the pigments are there's no pigments here, right? It's all eyeshadows, but except for one glitter. So the glitter actually is the reason why, and that's the mark right here. As you guys know, if you've been watching me a while, I explain this every week. If there's an asterisk next to the name of the color, that means it is unsafe, and that's a designation that is given by Colourpop. So you're not going to see that in every brand, just in Colourpop. And some other brand may use it, but that's not a standard for like cosmeceuticals or anything like that. Okay, and so being that there's only 1 out of 12, it does get a full Wildflower. So we're 4 for 4, guys. And you know, price point. This palette, $12 for 12 shades. That's only $1 a shade. And if you compare that to other brands, even drugstore brands, right? This is very comparable to drugstore brands. Actually, I recently bought a drugstore brand, a Maybelline, and it's the City palette, and it doesn't have this many colors, and I paid just about that. So seriously, I mean, great value with Colourpop. And so that's that, you guys. I do highly recommend this palette. It is cool tone neutrals. So if you like warm tones, you probably would not be getting into this. But I mean, these are beautiful, cool tones that you could use anytime. And so that's that. And if any of you purchased this and you've used it before, tell me what you think. And tell me what kind of looks that you've been making. And so, you know, I'll really be interested in knowing what other people think, because you guys know this is my opinion. This is based on my use and my experience. So somebody else may totally hate it for, you know, whatever reason. The same as somebody may totally love something. I may totally hate it, right? And so, but I try to be as objective as possible when I give you this, because I know that some of you may want to purchase it and you want to know about these important pieces. This is a reason why I keep to this grading scale. I said to myself when I created it, what would make sense and what would be most objective, okay? And so these are the things that I can actually grade based on the facts of what's happening, like kick up. I mean, I can't make that up, right? So, and the color story, you guys can see the color story. So I try to keep it very objective and keep my subjective opinions out, other than if I like it or not. You know, this thing could have been a 5 out of 5 and I could have totally hated it because it's just not my shades or something, right? So it is what it is. But I thought I'd just throw that in there to you guys. And so, my beautiful wildflowers and guests, if I added any value, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. And also, as all of you may know, I do have a 500 subscriber giveaway right now going, and I did decide when that will end. Actually, I will announce the winner on Daylight Savings Day, which would be Sunday. So I believe I will be putting up a regular Sunday video, and I'll just kind of throw it in there, or I may just do a special, you know, reveal of the winner of the giveaway. Okay, so just look for it on the Daylight Savings Time, and that will be the 14th of the month. And so I will have to cut this off actually, so I have time to make the video on midnight of Thursday, which would be, give me a second here. Okay, that would be midnight, March 11th. So if you are interested in getting in on a giveaway, please watch that video and I will link it below again. And please follow the directions and make sure that I can see you as a subscriber, okay? And so, again, my beautiful wildflowers, I just wanted to give you that information. And so if you have any questions, any concerns, or any comments or feedbacks, please put it below. And I hope you have a good day, good night, good week, good weekend, whenever you might be watching this. But just remember, regardless, don't ever sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.